Hello, in this video I want to talk about the 7 things the emotional abuser does when you go no contact. So the fairy tale is over and you've started to discover a new language, you found out about no contact. Your mind and body are in turmoil and you've been bonded to them and you're craving the hormone rushes that you were getting in the relationship. And you are now asking so many questions, trying to marry up in your mind who they were pretending to be and the person that they really are. Hello, my name is Elizabeth Goddard from Revive Your Soul, and on this channel I talk about healing from emotional abuse, breaking those invisible chains, the trauma bonds that keep you held and trapped within a relationship. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe, and if you're returning, welcome back and thank you. So the fairy tale is over. Your mind's in turmoil and your body is possibly still in fight and flight. You were bonded to them and you're craving these hormone rushes that you've got addicted to. And your mind is trying to work out what went on. Who was this person? Who are they really? And some of those painful questions like, did they really love me and was my life a lie? In those moments when your body is feeling calm, you can begin to see that they were wearing a mask and everything you were discovering is true, and that you did experience them behaving in the same way that everyone's describing. You're also dealing with people around you who can't believe what's happening, who are initially supportive but are also struggling to understand how you were living a life where you appeared so happy and the next minute it's come crashing down around you, and then your cravings kick in and you turn into a crazy person trying to get their next fix. Perhaps you're willing to do anything possible to be reinstated on any rung of the pedestal that they have ceremoniously kicked you off. You may stalk them or reach out to them, waiting for any little crumb of attention they are willing to throw your way, grateful to still have a place in their life, replaying everything over and over, asking where you went wrong. You did everything they'd trained you to do, and then they went and moved the goalposts. And you're very possibly watching someone else step into your life and the pain hits you again. You will get no closure from them, and that does not serve them. It offers them nothing. This relationship was about power and control. And even though in your calmer moments you know you can rationalize that this is a pattern and they have repeated this in all of their relationships, it's the programming that they took you through that still gives you the craving to be in that relationship. That's the trauma bonding. No contact is going to be the place where you can heal. And no contact means absolutely nothing. If only there were a neutralizer they use in Men in Black to wipe your memory clean. But what you can do is heal the wounds and heal the original wounds, which allowed this to happen in the first place. When you go no contact, they will react. You are not supposed to take control of your life. There will be a reaction. So here are 7 things that the emotional abuser does when you implement no contact. They will disconnect from you on every level, and this might feel familiar to you. They discarded you during the relationship, but their discards were used in a way of trying to control and manipulate. They used it to try and actually hook you in further to that trauma bond, getting you addicted to them, to the rush of hormones, which are now causing you pain. Your drug of choice is them. When you try to take control back of your life, they will counteract that action. This is a game. They will look at disconnecting from you in every way they can. They might change their status on social media. They might be posting pictures of themselves having fun. They delete you, leaving you wondering what they are up to and if they are in as much pain as you. Going no contact is just that, And if you really want to do this, it means not stalking them. It means not posting on social media anything connected to them or in any way reaching out to them. If you can, take a break from social media, delete the apps, block their number, block all ways they have of contacting you. You will be surprised the ingenious ways they find to get through to you. Number 2 is they make contact with you in some weak way, an attempt to hoover you back in or to see if you've got anything more that they can take from you. I've lost track now of the amount of videos I've said, this is a game. It is. And hoover is really an attempt to check in, to see how powerful they are and what influence they were on your life. There will probably be more hoover attempts after a discard, and they're for a few reasons. If they are in the process of securing their new supply, they may have time on their hands. It isn't going to take up all of their time, and it also isn't going to give them the quantity of supply that they need, and you are still fresh in their mind, so you make an easy target for them to contact. They're not thinking about you or, as they claim, all the good times you had together. They're more than likely bored, and you're just a perfect target. You are still in pain. Really, just thinking about you is enough to top up these levels. But where is the fun in that? You aren't supposed to take control, so it's a challenge for them. They can get you to respond to them. You are actually trying to make sense of what happened and using no contact as a time to heal, trying to work out what happened in the relationship. There are so many questions, and their reaching out stops that healing. It gives you a hormone rush, wondering if you've got it all wrong and whether they really do actually love you. You might see a glimpse of that pedestal and think they really do want you back. And this is why no contact is so very important. This is where the healing's done. It is going to be painful. It is going to take a while to recover. And you've got this withdrawal that you're going through. They have no respect. They didn't care about you when you were in a relationship with them. Why would they care about you now? The only thing they're thinking about is them. Ask yourself honestly, what will I get from being in contact with them? What are they getting from being in contact with me? Number 3, they break your no contact, claiming that they want to take responsibility for the breakdown of the relationship. They realise this is all their fault. They can see where they're going wrong. They've checked and they've decided they are going to see a counsellor. They can see the patterns in their relationships. But be wary of these claims. They sound really convincing. And as you settle back into life with them, you might ask them, have they got an appointment booked? And they make excuses as to why it hasn't started. Maybe they're waiting for the right person. A friend has been using someone and they're waiting to get the details. They can't get an appointment for 3 to 6 months. And it never happens. It gets forgotten. They settle back down into a relationship with you and they continue as if nothing has happened. Look for the patterns, the time between the idealization and devaluation stages. It got shorter each time. They hurt you and then they apologize. They showered you with gifts to hook you back in. But the time they spent between doing it got shorter and shorter. They now know how much effort they need to put in to get you back on their side, to keep you in that relationship. You were their project. They know what they need to do and to say to get the response they need to make themselves sound believable. If they really do love you and they really do see a future with you, soulmates spending your lives together, then they will make an appointment. One way to deal with this scenario is to ask them to come back when they have seen a therapist, when they've done some deep healing. And then you can both see where you are at this point, if you still feel the same way about each other. Don't wait around for someone to change. You need to be the change in your life, and you are only responsible for your own healing. If they're not willing to change, they won't hang around. There's no ORI, there's no return on investment for them. Number 4, they're looking for a reaction. They want you to get upset and they actually need you to. It serves them in a few ways and they're looking for validation. They have told everyone you're crazy and that this is all your fault. So by getting you to react, it helps them with their cover story. You joined the long line of crazy exes, and if you react, they can say, this is why I had to leave. This is why I had to end the relationship. They have played these games all of their life. They understood from a young age how to protect themselves, to move the responsibility away from themselves so they don't get into trouble. Healthy people understand that they make mistakes and they are prepared to step up and say, look, I screwed up. These aren't emotionally healthy people. At the end of the relationship and before it ended, they started playing victim. They told maybe a few close friends that things weren't going well. They were laying the groundwork. Life's a stage. It wouldn't have worked for them walking away. This has double the supply effect for them. They confide in friends and colleagues that things aren't going well. And then they get the offer of a shoulder to cry on. And they also get that again when they leave. And when you respond, you are justifying their motives. Number 5, they create some form of tragedy or drama going on and they need your help. Again, they want to see if they still have control. And you were trained during the relationship to respond to their needs. They told you the stories of their exes and what they didn't do or how they were treated by them. And during the idealization stage, they told you that you were the only person that understood them, the only person who could help them. And they want you to respond, to validate them. No, contact is your tool. It helps you break those bonds. It heals your nervous system. It helps you, so therefore it serves them in no way. They no longer play a role in your life. And as they see you and everyone in their life as an object to be controlled, they can't allow you to do this. It means they are worthless, so they will do anything they can to change that. They manipulate people and their emotions, so they manufacture stories that will have you coming back to help them. And once they've hooked you back up, they abandon you again. Number 6, they create a smear campaign. And they do and say things to make them appear the victim and you the villain. They need to keep the mask in place. And they may even use stories of the abuse they inflicted on you and turn it round. And you did that to them. You might try to respond and tell everyone it's not true, but they are amazing actors and they have been playing this role the whole of their lives. They don't care if they destroy you and your character. They only see the supply it gets them. And because they now don't see you as the perfect avatar they created in their minds, they will happily destroy you and destroy your relationships with family and friends. They are even happy to destroy your career. Number 7 is they will parade their new life in front of you. They wouldn't give you the closure that you needed to heal, and you're still picking up the pieces of your life, and they're parading their new supply all over social media. They know this is going to hurt you, and they do it for that reason. You might still be stuck in that trauma bond, still trying to control the hormones, and they use this as a trigger. They want you to react. You will be proving that you are that crazy ex they've been portraying you as. By going no contact, deleting and blocking them, you will hopefully not see this, and you won't feel that emotional pain of watching someone else step into your fake future. And please don't reach out to the new target, their new supply, and try and warn them. They have been told stories about you, and if you think back, if someone had tried to warn you, how would you have reacted? Would you have listened? If you are healing from an emotionally abusive relationship, you will need to go no contact. It will help you heal. It gives you the space to think clearly. It allows your nervous system to calm down from the attacks it was receiving. It gives your mind the space to analyse the data and realise what was going on. By having contact with them, you are allowing them to still trigger those hormones, still play with your reality, denying the things they've done to you, but in the background smearing your character. You might make up stories as to why you need them in your life, and why they need to be in contact with you. You will be used in the triangulation process as they secure their new supply and trap them in this cycle. You are an object and you're like a broken toy to them. They throw you in the corner of the toy box and they might get you out to play with you every so often. This hinders your healing and it holds you back. And there might be a huge temptation to jump into a new relationship. This is more to do with your self-esteem. Make sure you heal yourself first. Break the bonds they created to keep you trapped. Heal the original wound that allowed them to enter into your life. There is a childhood wound that needs healing, and you might have experienced some form of trauma in your childhood before the ages of 7 or 8 that still needs healing. And when these emotions come up, talk to them as if you would a child. What is it they're trying to tell you? Your body holds the information. I hope you found this video useful. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to find out how to work with me, you can visit my website reviveyoursoul.co.uk, or you can drop me an email, info@reviveyoursoul.co.uk. I'm going to put the links to the 2 groups that I run on Facebook below in the description box, along with the links to both my books, Finding Lily and The A to Z of Emotional Abuse. I'm sending you loads and loads and loads of love.